We'll start with Joe Varden, The Athletic.
Hey, Donovan. A couple things. First, Quinn mentioned that you weren't feeling great tonight. Said maybe a little nauseous and lightheaded. And then on top of that, the cameras caught a couple things. They caught you and D Wade talking during the third quarter. And then Quinn telling you about getting your mind right, and that'll overcome everything else. And so the question would be, what was the context of all that tonight, of what you were talking about with Dwayne, what Quinn was saying to you, and how you were feeling while you were scoring all those points?
Well, I was kind of hoping you didn't say it, but I was definitely, feeling it a little bit, but, sometimes you just got to dig deep into a different place. And, I was getting my ass kicked individually the first half on both ends of the floor, wasn't making the right reads. Luke hit a bunch of shots on me. Reggie hit a bunch of shots on me. And there were situations that I was just being lazy, and letting that fatigue kind of get to me. So I came in at halftime. I was just like, look, I'm just going to have to find a way. And that was the biggest thing for me. And you hear that with what Coach said. I forgot I was mic'd up, so I didn't know that y'all caught that. But that's why I love Coach, man. And obviously the Coach of the Year stuff came out, and I always believe he's the Coach of the Year because at some point in time, you got to dig deep. We've been in a similar situation, game 6 against OKC, where things were kind of sporadic in the first half, and in the third quarter, you got to just go out there in the fourth quarter, you got to find a place, and that was pretty much it. And as far as Dwayne goes, I continuously ask him what he sees. I know what I see, but sometimes you have a different perspective, especially sitting on the floor like that, like being able to see what he sees in his mind. It's great to have your coaching staff, you have your players, and then you have a guy like a Hall of Famer in Dwayne Wade to be like, what do you see? How can I be even more efficient? And, tonight it was a good night, but there was definitely some stuff that I missed, that I definitely could be better at. And I think for me, that's really where my head is at. At the end of the day, 45 is great, but could have easily had 8 or 9, even 10 assists. Could have had some rebounds, that I could have definitely changed the game too. So for me, that's really where a lot of it was at. But that's, I hope that answers your question.
Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Don, so we were asking Bogey about your second half performance, and he said that he felt like you went into halftime, saw you guys are down 13, and just figured it was time for you to take the game over. Does it feel that easy sometimes when you're going through a scoring stretch like that, coming out scoring the first 10 of the third quarter?
I think the biggest thing is, the first half, kind of just figuring out, what they're going to do. You can watch as much film on how they play Dallas all you want, but, at the end of the day, they're going to guard us differently. So kind of go out there and feel in the game. And like I said, I was not I didn't do a lot of things right, for my team in the first half. And I really kind of ate at me, still does, put my team in a certain position. And I feel like that was on me, to come out there and just set the tone on both ends of the floor. I think that's really where my head was at, just going out there and just trying to find ways to be aggressive. Tonight it was getting to the rim and I hit a few threes, but, who knows what it's going to be next game. They're going to make adjustments, so are we. And at the end of the day, we could definitely all shoot a little bit better. We shot solid. What we shoot 34%, 40% from the field. We can definitely shoot better and make some more shots to not be down 13 in that half and also get some stops. But, for me, just kind of come out there and setting the tone, especially without Mike, where you can kind of get off the ball, understanding that, they got 2 guys who can really guard. So trying to make sure we continue to attack and keep them on their heels. That was really pretty much my mindset.
Tony Jones, The Athletic.
That being said, how important was that initial push from you guys in the second half, particularly from you when you came out, scored that 10 straight, just to get back into the game and say, okay, we could just start working from a smaller margin than we were working with for most of the first half?
I think it was crucial. I think they got it going and they made some shots and got into a rhythm to start the end of the second half. And for us, it was like the first 5 minutes. Let's just win that and kind of go from there. And, at the end of the day, I scored 10 straight, but we did a lot of good things as a whole, defensively, offensively, pushing the pace, getting stops, rebounding the ball, not letting them have extra possessions, and I think that was the biggest thing for us, continuing to be the aggressor. And understand that, we got to be able to just punch first. And it's not always going to be, easy to do it from the beginning of the game. It's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows, throughout a playoff game. There's going to be stuff that we do wrong and stuff that we got to go ahead and correct, the mistakes we got to fix. And I think that was what you saw tonight from us as a whole, just going out there making winning plays. JC picking up full court, Bojan trying to go ahead and deny the outlet. Royce doing a hell of a job on those guys, Joe as well, and Rudy being Rudy. But winning the 50-50 balls, those are the little things that, set you over the top in the playoff game.
Tim McMahon, ESPN.com.
Donovan, Kawhi didn't guard you a lot today, but they did put him on you late. You still had success, especially getting Kennard in pick and rolls. When you have Kawhi on you, what, if anything, changes for you or for your mentality?
You got to be strong with the ball. That's really it. As far as attacking, everything kind of stays the same. But the playing around with it, he's there. And at the end of the day, he has the height advantage and the length. So even if I make a move, he's still there. So being able to manipulate things throughout the game, whether it's a screen or stuff like that. And like I said, there's things I definitely can be better at. I had a terrible turnover with 49